Apostle Babalola was a plumber, uneducated, not schooled, no family background, not schooled, never went to the four walls of an institution, can't even speak one English. But he gave himself. Gave himself. It was so much that people would, when he leaves the house is jammed, the street is jammed. There was a stream, a little river by the side of his house. He went there, prayed on the river, and said, let this river become miracles. Let it be signs and wonders, and left. People, in less than 3 months, people fetched that river dry. Have you seen where river dry? People fetched the river, started packing the sand. A man gave himself to God. Portals were open to him. He was on the mountain with the Lord and was praying. While he was praying, he was done. He came down. He went home and told the daughter, please make tea for me. And the daughter was just dancing and playing around. He said, make tea. Why are you behaving like a mad person? She ran mad. He went back to the mountain to tell the Lord, please remove it. Even the statements that were jokes were being confirmed. He was praying and a cobra came and crawled over him. A cobra. And he was still praying. That's intimacy. You don't know what's happening around you. The cobra came, crawled. When he finished praying, he shook himself. The cobra fell. It has dried and become a stick. It was in the service and a woman fell down and died. Everybody, all the Yoruba people were praying, commanding the woman to rise up, rise up. He was still praying. He was lost in his presence. He was still praying. They were gathered and they were praying. The woman was still dead. And when he came back to the earthly realm, he went to the woman. He said, Nyoruko Jesu dide. In other words, hold on. In the name of Jesus, rise. When the woman rose, he said, tell them what you came to do. She said, I'm a witch. I came to attack the man of God. He said, Nyoruko Jesu ku. She died again. You can never be a youth a second time. God. This is the testament of a man that lived. When will they read out your own testament? You know, one day I was reading the Hall of Faith in Hebrews 11. It's a time of fame to tell of Barak, of Jephthah, of Joshua. And I asked myself, as a man that lived in their own time, whose names are not here, how will they feel? That over 2,000 years later, they are referencing in Hebrews 11, they are referencing Joshua, Barak, David, Deborah, and you lived in his time. Your name was not on the Hall of Faith. Even Rahab. So, sir, young lady, forget about your mistakes. Forget about where you are coming from. Forget your family degree. Forget where they pick, when God's hand is upon your life, when God visits and sits on a man, his family background becomes irrelevant. His academic qualification is almost non-essential. It takes you to carry God. When Jesus sat on that ass, people dropped their clothes. If you can carry him, you will step on things. If you can carry him, you will step on jewelries. You will step on wealth. All you have to do is carry him. Carry him. Carry him. There are people, portals have been opened to them. There are people, portals are open. Dimensions have been opened to you. Lift your hands, lift your hands, lift your hands. And God is searching for a man. Oh, God is searching for a man who can stand in the gap, crying, spare my people. In my generation, and heal their broken hearts. There are young ladies and young men that God is recruiting. is recruiting them to become city takers, gatekeepers, to operate in realms that are alien and ancient, not to walk in the traditional ways of walking with God, but realms that are ancient to men. Who can stand in the gap, crying, spare my people, heal their broken heart, give not thy inheritance to the heathen. There's a restoration of prayer life. Ushers, leave them, forget about people now. There's a restoration of your prayer life, restoration of your prayer life, restoration of your study life, restoration of your prayer life, your study life. Spare my people, Lord, in my generation, and heal the broken heart. I am a gatekeeper. Endue me with power from on high, and give not thy inheritance to the heathen.